Hope all of you are fine and did go through the lessons that was taught in the previous classes. At the same time, hope you did complete the assignments. So today we will begin with the new chapter. We will take a new part of the speech. Before we introduce what we are going to see or what chapter we are going to do, let us see the following sentences. Number 1, Mohan ate the mangoes. Number 2, the dog chased the wolf. 3, Anu wrote the letter. Number 4, the doctor examined the patient. Number 5, Clara kicked the ball. Number 6, close the window. So these are all sentences. In a sentence we have seen different parts of a sentence, subject and a predicate. At the same time in the previous classes we have seen the different parts of a speech as well. If you see the sentence number 1, Mohan here is the subject of the sentence. At the same time, Mohan is a noun. And the here, what is the? Is an article. What type of article? Definite article. Mangoes here is a noun. So second part of the sentence here is the predicate of the sentence, which we have already seen in the previous class. Let's see sentence number 2. The dog chased the wolf. So which is the subject? The dog. Chased the wolf is the predicate. Anu wrote the letter, likewise same. The doctor examined the patient. The article, doctor noun, we have it, article, noun. Clara hit the ball and closed the door. In the following sentences, in the sentence given here on the board, I have skipped certain things. I didn't mention it. And those words which I skipped or didn't tell you are the words like ate, chased, wrote, examined, kicked, closed. So notice, these are called verbs. What are they called as? Verbs. So therefore we are going to see verbs. Today we are going to see verbs. What are verbs? In the following sentences, here we have verbs such as ate, chased, wrote, examined, kicked, and closed. Now, verb is a part of a speech in any language, whether English or other vernacular language. It is one of the most important part of a speech in a sentence. Okay, in any language. Without a verb, a sentence cannot be complete or it may not have a full complete meaning. And there are certain verbs, the verb itself can make a complete sentence. Like thank you, good, no sorry, get up, go, come. These are verbs which itself can be a sentence. Okay? Now let's try to understand what verbs are. Verbs can be defined as those words that denote some action. That denote some action. Which means verbs tell us what is going on or what is happening, what the subject of the sentence is doing, in what state a person is, etc. So verb can be defined as those words that denote some action or which tell us some action is being done or performed by the subject or whatever is in the sentence. In the first sentence, if you see, Mohan ate the mangoes. Okay, so what is Mohan doing? Mohan ate. The action here is he is eating. The second sentence, the dog chased. The verb is chased. What is the verb chased denoting? It's saying that the dog chased what? The wolf. Likewise, Anu wrote. Wrote. Who wrote? Anu. What did she write? A letter. So the word wrote or the verb denotes some action being taken. Likewise, the doctor examined the patient. Clara kicked the ball. and close the door. Got it? And in a sentence, a verb can have a direct object or an indirect object. So a verb in a sentence can have a direct object or an indirect object. To find out which is a direct object or an indirect object, we need to question the verb. We need to question the verb what. We need to question the verb what in order to find the direct object in a sentence. Okay? Let's see the first sentence. Mohan ate what? Ate what? The mangoes. So therefore, the mangoes here is the direct object of the verb ate in the sentence. In order to find a direct object in a sentence, we need to question what to the given verb. And after questioning what to the given verb, whatever answer comes first, or the straight answer, that is the direct object. So in the first sentence we have Mohan ate. Ate what? Mangoes. Got it? The second sentence. The dog chased. Chased what? The wolf. So direct object, the wolf. Anu wrote. Wrote what? The letter. Direct object. The doctor examined. Examined what? Don't get answer. Whom we get it. So we have an indirect object, the patient. Clara kicked. Kicked what? The ball. So here we have a direct object, the ball. Close the door. Close what? The door. So here we have a direct object. Are you getting it? And the rest of the part of the sentence, for whom, to what extent, etc., as we see the sentence, are called as an indirect object. For example, let's see the sentence. A. Mother cooked food for the children. Now in this sentence, which is the verb is cooked. Okay? Mother cooked. Cooked what? Food. So food here is the indirect, food here is the direct object. Now for whom? For the children. This is the indirect object. Are you following? So to find out which is the direct object in the sentence, you please question what to the given verb. First we need to identify the verb, then question the verb. Got it? So we get the question what? Mangoes. So we have direct object. Wrote what? Letter. Direct object. Kicked what? The ball. Direct object. Close what? The door. So direct object. Mother cooked. Cooked what? Food. We have a direct object. Rest of the sentence. For whom? The indirect object. So this way we have a direct object and an indirect object. So what are we doing? We are doing verbs. Okay? What is a verb? Verb is that part of a speech in a sentence that denotes something, or it's an action word that tells us about some action that is being performed by a subject in a particular sentence. Okay? So verbs are words that denote some action being performed. Clear? Now let us move ahead. Now for your information, there are two types of verbs for your standard. We need to understand, we need to know the two types of verbs. The two types of verbs, they are, number one, transitive. second one is intransitive. So there are two types of verbs, transitive and intransitive verbs. Now let us try to see some examples in order to understand transitive and intransitive. We'll take the same. Okay, let's see. Here in the sentence. Mohan wrote the letter, Anu broke the glass. So which is the verb here? In the sentence number A, the verb is wrote. Sentence number A, the verb is wrote. Sentence number B, Anu broke. The verb is broke. So to find out, now here to see, Mohan wrote. Wrote what? Question, we have the letter. Mohan wrote the letter. If we just write this much, Mohan wrote, it is incomplete. It is incomplete. Therefore, here we need the next part of the sentence. Wrote what? We need an object. So, object here in the sentence is the letter. The second sentence, Anu broke. If you have just written Anu broke, it would be incomplete. Broke what? It needs something. Okay, so we get a question. Broke what? The glass. So therefore, the sentence here or the verb here also needs an object. Therefore, the verb here wrote and broke are said to be transitive. They are said to be transitive. Okay. Transitive verbs are those verbs which needs an object. Which needs an object. Okay? To make it complete. On the other hand, intransitive verbs are those verbs which does not need an object. It will be complete in itself. In order to find out whether a verb is transitive or intransitive, the same thing. Do question or ask a simple question to the verb what. What is the question? What. Okay, to find a direct object also we question what. And to find out whether a verb in a given sentence is transitive or intransitive, we need to question the verb. What is the question? What. And when we question the verb what, if we get an answer, then that particular verb in a sentence is said to be a transitive verb. Are you following me? Let's see the sentence here. Mohan wrote. If this part of the sentence was not there, there is no object. Mohan wrote. It will be incomplete. Therefore, in this particular sentence, this verb wrote needs an object. Okay? Wrote what? The letter. So it needs an object. This is an object in the sentence. Okay? So therefore, the verb wrote in this particular sentence is what? Transitive. Sentence number 2. Anu broke. Object where? The glass. Broke what? Broke what? The glass. We have an object. So therefore, it is transitive. What are transitive verbs? Transitive verbs are those verbs which needs an object to make it complete. To make a complete sense, it needs an object. So therefore, the verbs that needs an object are called as transitive verbs. Okay? Now let's see. We'll see some of this other sentence. B. C. I bought some flowers. Bought what? some flowers. So therefore, the word bought here is transitive because it needs an object. Okay? Let's see. C. D. We lived in Gangtok for 4 years. What is the sentence? We lived in Gangtok for 4 years. Now here, which is the verb? The verb is lived. The verb is lived. To find out whether a verb in a given sentence is transitive or intransitive, what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to question what. Only this question, what, to the given verb. And when you get an answer, that becomes an object. So those verbs which require an object is called as a transitive verb. See sentence number D. What does it say? We lived in Gangtok for 4 years. We lived what? Do you get an answer? Lived what? We do not get an answer. We get an answer where? We are not, the question not where. You have to question what. As simple as that. So here, the particular verb here in this sentence, live, when we put up a question what, we do not get an answer. Therefore, this verb lived does not require an object. So therefore, this verb in this particular sentence is said to be intransitive. Do you get me? Transitive verbs are those verbs which require an object to make it complete. How do you find out whether the verb is transitive or intransitive? By questioning what to the given verb. And once we question what to the given verb, we get an answer. And that particular answer is the object. It becomes an object. It can be a direct object or an indirect object. So verbs which require an object to complete its meaning is called a transitive verb. And intransitive verbs are those verbs which do not need an object to complete the sentences. Is it clear or not clear? So, what did we say till now? We saw verbs. What are verbs? Verbs are that part of a sentence or those words in a sentence that tell us about some action being done. It denotes about some action. It tells us what is happening, who is doing it, how he or she is doing, the state of action, etc. And it is one of the most important part of a speech in a sentence. So therefore, a verb can have a direct object or an indirect object. To find out whether the object is direct or indirect, simple question the verb what. So when we question the verb what, we get an answer. And that particular answer, whatever answer we get after questioning the verb is called as a direct object. The rest is called as an indirect object. We had a sentence, mother cooked food for the children. Cooked what? Food. That is the direct object. Next one, for whom? The children is an indirect object. Then we went to the next part known as verbs are two types, transitive and intransitive. Transitive verbs are those verbs which needs an object to complete the sentence or complete the meaning. So how do you find out whether a verb in a particular sentence is transitive or intransitive? Simple thing, just keep in mind, to find out whether a verb is transitive or intransitive, question. Which question? Ask a question. What? W-H-A-T. What to a particular verb in a sentence. So once you put a question what to the particular verb, when you get an answer, what, ball, what, letter, what, dog, etc., then that particular verb in a given sentence is called as an transitive verb because it requires an object. Whereas intransitive verbs are those verbs which do not need an object to complete the sentence. Clear or not? In a sentence we had, we lived in Gangtok for 4 years. Lived is the verb what? Do you get an answer? No. So therefore, the verb lived in our previous example is an intransitive verb. Got it? So you need to know only this much for today. The rest of the things we continue in the next class. To revise or to know more about it, to have more knowledge about it, or to understand these verbs clearly, transitive, intransitive, direct object, indirect object, there are certain exercises in your textbook. Please do them. In the next class, we will do the corrections in the class itself. And the exercises for you will be page number 59. In page number 59C, there are questions from 1 to 15 where you have to do direct object, indirect objects. Clear? To find out whether direct object or an indirect object. Take the chapter number verb. Okay, exercise number A, you have certain exercises where you have to find out, underline the given verbs. Hope you have understood what verbs are. The second one, you go to page number 60. Page number 60, exercise G. Exercise G. From exercise number 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Where you will have to first underline the object, find out whether they are transitive or intransitive. How do you do it? Underline the object first, find out the object, question what. If you get an answer, what? Direct answer, direct object, the verb is going to be transitive. If not, it is intransitive. So there you may also have to find out direct object and indirect object. To find out direct object and indirect object, first to find out direct object, simple question the verb what. Clear? So this much for today. Do these exercises. In the next class, I will do the corrections to these exercises and proceed or go ahead with the chapter. Okay? Do study well, take care, good health to you, each one of you and everyone at home. See you soon. Bye. Thank you.